Hello and welcome. I really need to get that timing right on that intro, don't I? Yet again, welcome to another episode of whatever I'm doing today. And today we are carrying on with building the forum. We're going to be getting chatty in the forum. So the aim for today is to start being able to post on a discussion and hopefully, fingers crossed, reply to posts eventually. Sip of coffee and let's dive in. I hope you're all doing good. Let's just focus in on this code. There we go. So this is where we got to yesterday. If we sign in, we can see stuff. If we register, we can do stuff. And click through. Got to be signed in to kind of see anything. I might change that actually. We'll play around with it and we'll see. Hello. Thank you all for joining me. I love doing this. I really do. I just love being able to write code and just chill with people, I guess. It's a lot of fun. So the first thing that we're going to start with is let's fix the I can't see that unless I'm logged in, because that's a bit annoying, right? You want to be able to follow a discussion. So discussions, their roots. We're wrapping the whole thing in middleware, which I don't think we should do. What we want to do instead is we want to kind of group these by guest and not guest, right? So root, middleware, guest roots at the top, and then root, middleware, auth. Actually, we don't want that. So we're just going to do a group at the top, or I don't even need that. We're just going to do this. There we go. Let's do that. Bang. Right, so here we're going to have a function where we return nothing, and we just want to register things in there. So things that are authenticatables. This we want to be authenticated for. This we want to be authenticated for. So we're just going to drag that one up as well. Let's just do this. And let's just pop that there. Hopefully that still works. Can you talk about the choice of Vue over Livewire or React? Of course I can. So I have been using Vue since I think it was Alpha RC1, like really early days. And it just works so well for me. Using anything else just feels weird. Like I love Svelte. I haven't figured out Svelte completely yet, but I will be working on that in the background so I can maybe do some Svelte content, which would be great. Livewire is great for reactive parts of the page for me. If I just want a Blade app with reactive forms and reactive bits, I'm using Folio, for example. I'll 100% jump onto that train with Folio and Vault using Livewire because it's a match made in heaven. However, I find Livewire quite hard to use nowadays. I loved it at first. I was actually the opposite. I loved Livewire and I hated Inertia. And now I've kind of almost flipped where I'd rather use Inertia because it works for me personally. And React is just yuck. The only time I use React is if I'm building a Raycast extension these days, to be honest. And I'm actually running Herd. So here's my Herd. Ta-da! We got a few things going on here. We've got a dashboard thingy, a D&D API, this project, Larapeeps, a project I'm working on, and something I'm testing at work. I absolutely love Herd. It is fantastic. Right, so let's see if now I refresh this, I can go view it. So this just needs to be wrapped now. So what we want to do is come up to our resources, pages, show, topics, discussions, card, discussion card. What is this doing? Add post. So we are only going to show this if page auth user exists. So page.auth.user. That, Steve. So awesome. Have I generated code coverage while using it? I haven't tested any of the cool new things that you can do with it. I don't know what you can do with it really. I haven't properly played. I've got the latest version of PHP ready to go. I haven't connected Expose yet or set up any shortcuts or anything. I will be testing it more though. React is just yuck. Yeah, that is 100% hot take right there. React is just yuck. That is the new, is what we're going to rename this stream to. React is a little bit yuck. Okay, so we can now go view those. So I'm happy with that. That is what we wanted to do. That is the end of the stream, right? So git add, git commit, organize routes so guests can actually read discussions. Go. React is both brilliant and awful. Yeah, it's great until you have to use it. Okay, so I'm just going to sign in. Here we go, beep, bop, bop. No, I don't want to save in 1Password. Right, so now I can actually like add a post. I like lamps. Boop. React is just yuck. And let's see if let's just copy that to the clipboard. Let's see if it'll actually work. Oh my God, it does. It supports emojis out of the box. Now that's what we're talking about. Emoji support all the things. So we are able to reply already to a discussion, which is great. I kind of need to sort out the routing up here. So let's come down to our layout application. This is like our main linkity link here. Home icon. Have I imported link yet? No, I've got use page and I'll pull in link. What we want to do is home. I don't even think we're using navigation, are we? Maybe on the mobile menu right now. Okay, so let's just go hook a few things up. So this, for example, we want a link here and we want this to go to our home page. When you click on that, you want to go there. So let's just do a quick route list. Let's go have a look what we got. Discussions index controller. What I'm going to do is give that a name quickly in my routes to make this a little bit nicer to do. So this thingy, we're just going to give this a name of home, something simple. I can just say root home, grab that, because I'm going to need it in a couple of places. Search, not too bothered about right now. We'll come back to that. Profile drop down, open user menu, item, 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 all good. Sign in stuff. Stuff and stuff and stuff. Lots and lots of different stuff. I've said descriptive, aren't I? New post, go premium, side nav. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. Link has already been declared. Oh, okay. So apparently I've already used it somewhere. There. No, we may as well chain those, right? So I can now click here. Bang. Look, we've got 6 replies, no likes. That's fine. Already better than threads. Oh my God, tell me about it. At the minute, this is literally just a chronological order, so it is threads. But I'm going to look at that later. First things first, we can go view, we can reply. We're using ULIDs. You could probably see that down the bottom here. Ooh, move my mouse really quickly. So yeah, if I just copy that link and just do that, you'll see I am using ULIDs. I prefer them to UUIDs, especially on the web. If I'm doing an API, a UUID is fine. But if it comes to like a web thing, like a web interface, then I find ULID is just a little bit nicer. It's also, you can do a lot more with a ULID because I believe it's indexed. Okay, so topic. I want to kind of be able to click on topics too, right? So let's go and figure that part out. Roots. Here's all our roots. Let's just make that static for now. Component dashboard. I'm not going to use the dashboard. It's the wrong sort of app. So we've got discussions. We're going to want topics, right? So let's go root prefix. Yeah, topics as topics. We're going to group all of these under base path roots web PHP. I need to create that file. Put it here, and we're just going to go bam. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. So topics. Let's start our PHP script off. Drop some of that in there. Obviously declare strict types. So when we're talking about topics, we're not going to be doing any kind of adding new topics straight away. The idea is that moderators and admins are able to add topics when they feel they're necessary, blah, blah, blah. This isn't going to be a real forum. I mean, it's open source, so kind of install and do what you want with it. But it's not aimed at, I'm going to launch this and manage it. So what we want here, we've already got topics. Let me open up the topic model quickly. We do have a slug. So what we will do is just say slug name show. This should give us what we need. So down in app, HTTP, controllers, new directory, topics, go controller. We can now go public function invoke. We're going to pull in the request, and we're going to get a string for the slug. This will use has inertial response. This will return a specific view. So return this response render. The component that I want to render is going to be inside pages, and we're going to have topics show. The props will be coming through, and then this is returning a response. So let's go create that quickly. So directory topics, new file called show.view. This will be a view component with TypeScript. Template application. Awesome. So that should now work. All I've got to do here is show controller. I want to pull in that namespace so that I can list it like so. So there we go. We've got a route that goes to show a specific topic by slug. So it would be like /topic /Laravel, for example. Now, if we come over to our, is it welcome or is it dashboard? It's one of these. It's not that one. That discussion index, that's where I kept it. So this side nav over here, what we're doing is we're going over topics. We got a looping. And what we want to do is we want to change this into an actual link. I don't think I've pulled a link in this page either. Use page link down here, and we're just going to say we want to create a link for each one of these. Here's a key, and the href is going to be that. Let's just down to there. Got this down a level. That's all good. I can now grab this and say root topics show. Pass that through. I like to add a title. When you hover everything, it's just nice to see sometimes, right? It's a little bit of accessibility. I think there's like a way you can do like specific area label by and that sort of stuff, but minimum add a title. So for this, I'd do something like view all topics about topic dot. Now, if I come back to this, hopefully it doesn't die on me. Hover. Click. Not found. Okay. Topic search. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay. Topic slug. Topics show. That is correct. Topics show. Topic slug. That is fine. Okay, so what's going on? So in that href property is root a JavaScript helper or peer. So that is actually coming from Ziggy, I believe. Yeah, Ziggy.js. It is a function where it basically connects. It's a helper function to read from the app roots. So if we come and look at views app blade here, what you see here, you've got this kind of roots part here. And what this does is it basically just dumps out like a JSON blob of all the available roots so that you can easily link through to them. It's a little bit nasty, but it kind of works. So why is that 404ing? That is the question. Let's go have a look. Show controller. Let's go see if discussions. No. That's just routing wrong, isn't it? Slug, slug, sluggedy slug. Topics, topics, prefix topics. Topics show. Why is that going there? That is the question. Not that, not that. We want this. Topic show. We're loading them in a funny place. Go have a look. Inspect this a minute. Let's see what is going on here. So let's come over to topics. We've only got the one topic. We've got a slug. Can't be anything to do with cache because that should just be caching the data in theory. But what we'll do is we will do a quick cache clear, a view clear as well, and we'll do a root clear as well, just in case. That shouldn't be going to discussions. That is going to the discussions for some really weird reason. I'm going to turn my fan on and we'll figure this out together. If anyone spots anything, shout up. This is JavaScript we're talking about, and me and JavaScript are not the bestest of friends. So, in-page topics, root, name, topics, show, passing through the topic slug. So the topic slug is a string. Does that make sense? The root topics show as a slug is prefixing that. There's no other prefixes above it. If I move that above there, does that still work? Still coming through with discussions. So something funky dunky is going on here, right? Let's go back to home. Now if I hover over it, topics, if I come through to look at a discussion, it's discussions. So something, when we go to look at the discussions page, is causing an issue. Missing prop href on a postcard, something or other. Whereabouts? On the link for the postcard, it would assume. So it looks like it's just a kind of cascading issue with the postcard link href. We're just going to do a href on this, and we're just going to say there. Oops. A post username will come back to fix. Probably going to have the same problem with discussion card, perhaps. Link note batch should be good. So let's come back and refresh. JavaScript errors are gone. We're on the discussions page. Still going to discussions. So that will be because we aren't linking it here, sidebar topics. Okay, this is where I need to look at kind of repeatable stuff. I need to create a topic sidebar component, I think, just to kind of clean it up. Topic sidebar dot view. Bam. Right, so what I need is basically this whole nav needs to come out. It needs to go into here. So script setup lang ps. Let's go to templates, drop it in, format it quickly, and we just want to be able to pull in topics. We don't need page for this. So let's const topics equals use page props topics. Topic root. Should be good. this should be an array of topics. Okay, they like to do it that way. Type Blair is missing the copy. 20 more. Okay, interesting. Ignore that. Ignore that. Let's just see if that will work. Index, we want to pull in topic sidebar. So we want to import default as topic sidebar. Sidebar. We can then go topic sidebar there. Close that. Don't need that. On our show, what we can then do is grab that, delete components. Here we go. We can also pull in the topic sidebar there. Then on our index, we're going to pull in the same component from UI here. Topic sidebar. Just format that quickly. There we go. Oh, wait, no, that's just a word. My bad. It's JavaScript stuff. It's harder than it looks, people. There we go. Right. Now I can click on it. Hey, and we go there. So yeah, it was just a kind of a JavaScript issue that was kind of toppling out of control. So now we can focus on actually getting our topic. So what we want to do here is we want to get all of the topics with the discussions and that stuff. Basically, we're just going to be showing that discussion card again, but in a different view, in a more fine-tuned view, I suppose. So the question is, do we want to get the topic? Or do we want to get the discussions for the topic? I think we'll end up having like a header that says, this is the topic you're looking at. So it would make sense to have the topic. So for now, we're going to say that our topic is topic query where slug is slug first or fail. Props going to be topic, new topic resource, where the resource is the topic. I drop that. Now when we come here and click on that, we have got our topic. It is loading. But what we want is to kind of load additional things. So with, we're going to want our discussions. So we can say with discussions, each discussion has who started it. So we want to come and say discussions.user. At the same time, we're also going to want to get the posts. So we're going to want to say discussions posts, and we're going to want to know who did that eventually. I don't know if we're going to need that in this view, so we could potentially drop that. That should give us everything we need. So now that's loading. Let's go to Tailwind UI, find a like page headery thing, header section, anything useful. Nope. What could we add? Headers, lots and lots of headers. Page header. Shout if you see something that looks cool. What we want is like a join the discussion link. That I like. I'm going to go for that and we'll play around with it. That could work well. So we're just going to go code. Going to grab all of this code. This is why I love Tailwind UI, because I can be lazy. It is beautiful. So the one thing I'm thinking with this view in particular here, where we've got the application here. So if we come down to our application layout, we are currently forcing, let me just drop that header, a layout where it's in 3 columns like this. Now that is fine, but I want certain views to kind of break out of that pattern. So I feel like I need to create an additional view. And I'm going to call this focused layout. So focused.view. So it's like a focused screen. Because sometimes it's nice just to be able to kind of drop out of that view itself. What I will do is I will grab that and I'm just going to literally edit what I've got. I don't want an aside. I don't want that side nav. This is a grid. So we're just going to force it to 12 columns here. So XL. Let's just focus in. So 12. LG grid. Grid calls 12. Cool. Yeah, we're just going to focus with that. It's the same thing, exact same thing, but we're just going to have a slightly different layout there. So what I like to do is, here's application, and we're going to import default as focused focused. Format that works. Resolution is 720 because any higher and my internet seems to have an issue with it. I do apologize if it is causing issues. So let's import focused layouts. We're going to use the focus layout like this. Let's go have a look at that now. It's full width. Perfect. Let's grab that content that we actually wanted. So let's just copy this topic show. Just going to drop that in there for now. I'm going to grab all of that mess. And we're just going to drop it in. And we can figure out how we want it to look. Bam. So what we want to do with this at this point is, like, let's come down. We know we're going to have a prop. So const props equals define props. This is going to be, we're going to pass through a topic, which is a topic, which will allow us to backend developer there. We can just replace this with props.topic.title, I believe it is. Laravel. Full-time, don't care about. Remote, don't care about. Currency, no. That looks good. Yeah, it's basically a bunch of sheep running around the Welsh hills carrying my data connection. Occasionally they nibble on a cable. So what I want to do here is I want to do like how many discussions are in this topic. So I think that might be quite useful, right? Props, topic, discussions, dot length, discussions. And it failed. Oh, of course it failed. Okay, so let's just comment that out and let's go see what is available. Show, we've got a topic. That is it. Okay, so I need to go look at these types. Discussions is a topic. Refresh. Oh, no. Like we're not passing it back. So let's go have a look at this topic. Yeah, that's why. So discussions is going to be a discussion resource collection. The resource is this when loaded, and the relationship is discussions. Now load. Come on, load for me. A view clear and a cache clear, maybe. Why is that not even going back? Is it something to do with the way it's cached, maybe? Is something caching it? Let's come back to our topic show. And instead, what we'll do here is we're just going to like be ugly with it. We're just going to say props.topic. Let's just be mean with it, right? So we do have discussions. We do have them. And we can say dot length. Yes. Three discussions for topic. We're going to use something like a tag icon, maybe. Need that. Don't need that or that. Tag would be at the bottom, so tag icon. Ooh, no, hashtag icon would be cooler. Because then, you know, the kids understand it. But hey, look at that. That is just cool. No, not filament. This is inertia. We are immersing ourselves in the inertia. So we've got an edit button that we don't need. We've got a view button that we don't need. But any other thing that we do need is not the publish, but join the discussion. We can just kind of like drop that check icon. Maybe we'll do like a bubble left icon. Drop the check because we don't want the check. Down, and we can just say that chat bubble. Join the discussion. So that will just kind of you click and do stuff, and it's all magic and wonderful. So what I want here is on the focus. Where's focus? Where are you gone? Here. So we've got a main slot here. That is lovely, and it is exactly what I want to be doing. But what I also want to be doing is I want to have a slot where the name is slide over. Like that. That will not affect this in any way, but it means that I can come here. I can zoomy down to slide overs. And what I can do is I can use one of these magical things. And what I want is wide, use a horizontal, blah, 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 lots of cool stuff. I want to use wide create project form example. This is what I want to be using. So I can grab this huge transition route. This is where like JavaScript just gets really ugly though. So on my show, where I'm showing this, what I'm going to want is right down the bottom here, just out the way, out of mind. I'm going to have a template where I am focusing on the slide over like that. And what I could probably do is I could probably budge that in and wrap this in another template, but aim this at the default. Like that, so it's a little bit nicer. This can then be dropped into there. I can then just grab all that mess, come up here and just drop it in like I don't even care. Come over to here and wow, look at that. It's straight there. So there's going to be a lot of cleanup. There always is. Ref. Can't resolve ref. I don't care right now. Not important, but that is. Headless UI view, already getting that. Dialogue can be pulled into that one. And then the transition child and transition root can also be pulled into that one, which means I can remove that outline. I'm using solid, so that's fine. Link plus question mark. I'm going to keep that like that because I don't think I'm going to use all of those. Ignore the team and all of that sort of stuff. Default isn't important. So what we want to do is in this discussion for topic, join the discussion, on click dot prevent. What we want to do here is say open is opposite to open. So click to join, click to join. Wonderful. JavaScript magic at its best. This drop down more we don't need. That's just waste of time. So this part, this is going to be our form. What we need to do is think about our form itself. So const form equals use form. Form. So when we start a discussion, let's come over here, what we need is a title. That is literally all we need. So this is going to be like a really big form for not a lot. So title is an empty string to start with. So if we just collapse this and come look at this a minute, here's the header. What we want to do is just say add this section to props.topic. It is topic. Yeah, topic, title. Get started by filling blah, 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 blah. Keep the conversation going by adding your discussion below. Something cheesy like that. So there's a project name. Close, not a problem. Project name. keep. Project description, we don't need. Team members, we don't need. Privacy, we don't need. Action buttons, we will have that. Cancel, no. Button submit, that is all part of the form. So the form can have a be on submit prevent, and we're going to call submit. Take that part. So const submit is an asynchronous callback that will say form post to a route to start that discussion, and preserve state false, preserve scroll grid. Well, now all we need is the route. So a route list. I believe we've already got like the create a discussion part. So post discussions, discussion store. I think all we got to do is pass through the specific topic. What we could probably do there is just topic is topic.id. We've got topic yet? Oh, props.topic. Block scope variable used for its declaration. No problemo. I can move stuff. So now we don't need that. We also don't need any of that, which is great. More cleaning. Types, layouts, all good, all good, all good. Team we don't need, which is perfect. Now let's go over here and let's see. I mean, that's a little bit kind of excessive, I suppose. It is a big space for not a lot, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm just going to work with it and just keep it as it is. It's UI at the end of the day. It's not my forte. So what we also need is, if we go look at the start discussion, what we've got is we've got this input error that is available to us. So that's kind of what we want to be using for any forms. So let's come over to here, dialog text, blah, blah, blah. Keep the discussion going, close, action, project name, divider, just drop some of these comments because I just don't like them. Action buttons, yeah, I understand their action buttons, thank you very much. Right, so, bang. Oops, wrong place. We want to keep it consistent, right? So, it's going to be the discussion title. We're also going to get the label, start a discussion. Here, or title. Delete that. Delete that. Discussion title, there's some errors. What we also need is we're going to want some, we've got text area there, but I don't really want a text area. It'll do, Steve, it'll do. Stop being so picky. There we go. Cool. Right, okay, so input, text input, drop the rows. Let's just go over here, start discussion. Why is a label? Wait, I didn't grab the label. I did grab like a pretend label. That's my problem. That's my bad. We've got an input label available, so we can just go input label. Come over to auth, that's where they're heavily used. Login, input label. Grab it like a rabbit. Right, value, title. We're just going to add discussion title for now. Drop that one. Come and have a look at it. Discussion title, start discussion, perfect. Login. I'm just going to grab that style there. I think that might be nicer. Yeah, start discussion. Hey, Dan, thanks for joining, buddy. Oh, my coffee's gone cold. No. So we're viewing the topic. We can see that there's 3 discussions for the topic. We can join the discussion and we can say, Steve likes coffee. Click create. Bang. Steve likes coffee. It's already there. It's redirecting straight to there as soon as you kind of try to join the discussion. So what we want to do is by default, keep that popover closed. Keep that closed by default. There's the side stuff. There's that. Now we need a list. So it's going to be very similar to like the discussion index here. What we're going to have is basically this. Almost the same thing. Going to drop that for props, topic discussions. Come back to here. There we go. So now I can say one more for the road. It's there. One more for the road. Perfect. Perfect. Launch Friday. Yeah, my usual. I'm going to build a startup in a week and just live with it. So we can now see all of that. One more for the road. Bloody blah. Steve likes coffee. New test. Yeah. Come back home. We've got a chronological order of all of the kind of discussions going on. One more for the road. Go home. I can't even spell. Your drunk. One reply in that one. Fantastic. Now we want to liking things and we can reply. Can we reply to replies? I might come back to reply to replies because I think it's going to start getting a little bit messy. Apparently, they're the trending things. Do you need an API test and stuff? Test is popular. That's popular. I don't know. I don't know how it's working. It's just stuff. So next is we can see topics trending. This is trending discussions basically. So maybe we should change the wording on that one and say sidebar. Where we've got sidebar, I'm just going to say trending discussions, so it's kind of clear. Discussions, view all, where you can't already view them all. But what we'll do is go have a link here, href root discussions index. I haven't even registered that root, have I? I don't know, home. literally going to the same page. Typical. So I could go view stuff, go view that, go view that. Ooh, what's going on? Go view this, go view that, join the discussion, go to the settings, and I'm going to say, Steve on Twitter, on Telegram, on Substack, on GitHub. Come home. I'll fix the settings later. So that is all of that stuff done. One thing that I did find the other day, or yesterday, I think it was, someone reached out to me and said that there is an issue with one of the migrations for posts. So one of the problems is that I'm doing this too early. We haven't created the table to be able to kind of create that foreign key constraint. So what I'm going to do is make a migration called add parent ID to posts. Table is posts. So now I can grab this, delete that, into here, and we'll just clear this up. It's a static function that returns nothing. Table after discussion ID. Add column. Method after not found in foreign key definition. Table. Okay, we'll do it in a second. So static function, blah blah blah. Void table drop column parent ID. We're also going to want a table drop index. If a drop column index should be dropped, I believe. So let's just ignore that for now. And what we're going to do is build it up. So table add column. Look at the docs. I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, you can just say that there is an after modifier after table after password, pass in a callback. Okay, let's do it that way. What am I doing? After this discussion ID. Probably one line, a lot of this. Yeah, callback is table manual ID for the parent read. Parent ID, blah blah. That in there. This will be nullable. We want to index it. Will be constrained to the posts, and it will null on delete. That is probably okay. We'll try it in migrate fresh and see what happens. Yeah. The whole Laravel UK group is jumping in on it. Okay, cool. So that should resolve that issue, which means that this is going to be fine. That's not going to be found. Test. Do you need an API? Clear. Okay, that is all working. So we can reply. So we can come here, we can reply if we're logged in. Go view a topic, come to here, join the discussion. We only want that to show if we're logged in. So that join the discussion on a topic needs to be modified. It'll be handled from the back end, but we also don't want to show parts of the UI that aren't actually able to be used. I hate these red squiggles. There's nothing wrong with how it's working. You're just being picky. Like show. Recent discussions, blah, 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 join discussion. This bit here, we're going to do a V if what's that we're pulling in so far. We're just going to, okay, I'll do it this way. Page equals new page. Something simple, there we go. Just so I've got access to it, so I can now say page auth user and have it appears. Perfect. So my resolution is only 720 from a streaming perspective because the internet will not let me stream faster without giving buffering issues. I've tried streaming at HD and it just fails. I'll try again tomorrow. I hope for the best. I've bought like a 20-meter cat cable so I can hardwire, and that still has issues. So maybe I just need to look at the networking at home. That might be a good option. Right. So that's that. I can view all. I can do stuff. I can sign in and register. I haven't added search yet, but maybe next time I'll add search. To add search, I kind of want to be using Melee search or something, don't I? How are we? So git status, git add, git commit, doing stuff like a boss. There we go. So we will want to use not socialite. What's the other one called? Someone remind me. Scout. I'm going to want to use Scout. So let's look at Laravel Scout. driver prerequisites. For now, I'm going to use something like the database driver, database engine, Scout driver database. Come over to EMV. Let's go drop that in there. Once you've configured searchable data, excluding search. Aha. Nice. I like this. Customizing database search strategies. So what else do I need to add? Identifying users. No, that's a specific thing. Configuring search engines per model. Index the index. How do I do stuff? Redis, blah, blah, blah. Not useful, not useful, not useful. Configuring search engines. Database. I need to add searchable stuff to my models now. So let's do that. Let's see how it works. Models, I want this to be searchable. Use searchable. This is going to have a toSearchable array, which I will probably maybe before all of the relationships just to keep it visible. Public function toSearchable array. We are going to search using prefix. So I can import that. And we're going to want to search using full text. On the title. The prefix is just going to be the, I don't even think I want that. There we go. So that's going to return an array. Just drop that. What I will do for this toSearchable array is return an array. What we want to do is, someone dropped the link in the Laravel UK channel. Thank you very much. Okay, so I've not used a database search before, so I don't know how well it's going to work, especially as I'm using SQLite, but we will see. The main thing is the title, right? That's kind of like what's going on. I'll pass through the ID because I might want the ID, this ID. We're not really going to search anything else on it. Haven't added pinning behavior or anything yet. So collection engine, blah, 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 Scout driver collection. Get started with collection. We use a where clause, filtering on results, blah, blah, blah. So database, what's it say about database? Okay, might not support what I need. So I might need to do like the collection engine. So maybe I'll swap to the collection engine quickly. Collection engine. What we're going to do is we are going to migrate expression seed. And if I go into Tinker quickly, app, models, discussion, search, test, happens. We get a Scout builder, get nothing. Perfect. So have I started any discussions in my Cedar? That is the question. Topic. Okay, cool. So let's do that. And we're just going to search for API. We have got one. Perfect. That's all I need for now. Is there any sort of kind of searchy stuff on here? command palette's cool, but it's not quite. It's similar enough, right? Oh, I like that. That could be cool if I could turn the UI into that. Images, not useful, not useful. With a footer. With groups, new. Dark with icons. I want to be able to search stuff. I love that with preview. Let's have a look at this. Transition route. We're just going to grab it. We're going to go bonk. Okay. What I think would be awesome here. You don't need to use props in your template. I want to use props in my template. It makes sense to me. I mean, I could just go not use them, but it just feel messy. So resources, JS, layouts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add like a overall search so that I can then remove it from the header. Let's just drop it in as is, and we can clean it up later. Let's just drop all of that in. It'll be messy as anything. It'll be ugly, but I can clean code up, right? Easy enough to clean code up. Okay, maybe I need to clean it up now. Okay, I've imported that. Computed in ref. Cool, 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 cool. Any more issues? No, I can't see any. And what we want to do, ref. Filter on select, user, navigation. How do I actually open this? Recent, on select, navigation, template. This is it. Transition route, is it? Open. We don't want that to be called open. We want this to be called something else. I'm going to call that search. Search. Anything else going on? Don't know what they do. We're getting errors. Yes, we are. That'll be why. Unhandled error, combo box, combo options, view internal bug. Apparently, don't believe that for the slightest. Combo box, filter, person ID, value person, that's template, reset. Wow, that is just so much words. Where's my persons? On select person as an any type. Okay, I'm okay with that for now. There's people, recent, search query, filter people. We can remove that eventually on select. Okay. After leave query equals that. Close search is false. Enter from, combo box input, placeholder search, query is event target value, combo box options, if active option name, mail to stuff, couldn't find anything. Where is it complaining? This looks to be the problem. First combo box option. All the way up here somewhere. I don't know why that's got a hold on it. This doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so v if query or that, do that. Tick hold. I don't know what they're even doing. Hey, there we go. No people found. Oh, I like that. We're still getting an error. Undefined reading ID, not a big issue. Let's look at fixing this. What we're going to want to do is going to want to add a new route. Kind of wants to be where we're getting discussions, we're searching against discussions. That's amazing. I don't want to search against posts. That's way too much stuff to search against. Maybe I'll just like add an open endpoint here. So like root get search name as search. Something really silly. App HTTP controllers, API, search. And we're just going to have a search controller. Let's say search controller. I'll pull that entire thing in just to make it easy. So this will have a public function invoke. We pull in that request. And we're going to want to return a JSON response because it is an API. So return new JSON response. Data is a discussion resource collection on the resource discussion query search. And the search is going to be on request get search. I don't know how well that's going to work right now, but we will play with it. So filtered people, blah, 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 const people. We don't want that. What we want to do is computed where if query value is empty, do that. Otherwise, do something else. What we want to do is import Axios here. We don't want a people filter. We're going to drop the recent stuff. Where's that even being displayed? If query is empty, recent or filtered people. Okay, so we're just going to default to filtered people. Wait. Person in filtered people. That means we can now drop this recent rubbish. This can then be Axios get root, API roots here, name search, perfect. Search, just get URL. How do we pass through like parameters on Axios? So Axios query params. And that's what I need to be doing. Get request query params, Axios get params, perfect. So I can just say params. Is that an object or is that an array? Object. So search is query. That might not be perfect. That's probably going to return a promise and really mess me up, but let's have a look. Let's have some fun, eh? Hey, let's just kind of come down here. Console. Failed request with 500. Eloquent builder search. Okay, so we just want to say discussion search. Clear that, focus on fetch, and just go, oop. No properties. Search is object. That is not good. Not good. Adding. Hey, do you need an API? Awesome. View, inertia, index, application, poppy over stuff. Is that the right thing? I don't know. We kind of want to have like a const fetch results is an async function that will do something. We could maybe pass through like the query there or the search string there. And we could wait Axios get root search params search. We could put search that. Come back to over here. Const response. I don't know. Let response is that. Return res.data. Then this can be fetch results query value. Maybe. Let's see if that works. I'm not the JavaScript guy, okay? A, we've got something. P, cool. Okay, so now we have got filtered people. Let's go have a look how it displays. If filtered people length. Okay. Person, ID, template, blah. Let's drop that person out. We are looking at the combo box options or dialog panel. Is it this portal, main tree node? I don't even know which bit I'm looking at. Let's just focus on this. Hey, combo box input. As input, blah, blah, blah. Change declared, placeholder stuff. Dialog panel. Oh my God, I don't even know what half of this does. Hidden, cool. So if query is that and that is that, then we're going to want to. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense to me. Active option. If querying filtered people length. Why are we doing that twice? Doesn't equal empty and filtered people length. Then no people found. Okay, so if we didn't find anything, show that. Stuff in JavaScript is what I'm seeing here. We don't want to worry about that right now. Do this. What we're going to do is just console.log lof res.data. Let's just go see what happens when I've got something. We've got something. So returning the data. So if the query value is an empty string, return nothing, otherwise return fetch results. We've got the results. So these filtered peoples we should be showing. If query is that, recent searches. Okay, combo box option. Value slot active. Doing anything else? Okay, let's just drop that. I hope it displays. So we got something. That's good. Person there. Probably is not displaying because it's doesn't know how to display. Maybe. Okay, so filtered people. Person. We're going to change that to a result. We're going to have a result ID. Value is the result. As template active. Let's see if that works. Let's do that. That's cool. So image URL, it's not going to happen. But the result title, like display. Not displaying. That would just display the result. So we've got that. That is displaying. But we're not displaying anything. So we've got some VFs going on. VF. Oh, what's going on? VF active option. VF query. That's not displaying because we do have a result. Active option hidden. VF query recent searches. Our result does have an ID. Data. Let's just return data. Second. See what happens. Got an array with stuff in it. So then if we loop over that data down here, just like we should be. So for result in filtered people, we should have a result. I just don't get why that's not actually displaying. Chevron. This is where just JavaScript sucks. Combo box option. Value is result. What does value need though? Result never. Okay, so let's just be really horrible with it and just put that there. We've got a promise coming back. That might be the issue. Filtered people, maybe we just want to say like, instead of filtered people, we want to do fetch results. Maybe it's just trying to be a little bit too clever. Search, search, search. I'm going to promise. So, I'm going to await that. Constant params. Get the HTTP response. Await. Response data. An Axios response contains several other properties like status, which contains response codes, blah, blah, blah. You could also get the response bodies and destructuring assignments, which is what I am doing up here. Maybe that should be const then. Const data is that get console log data, return data. That should be returning the data. I can't tell why that might not be working, if I'm honest. This is where my JavaScript is not JavaScripting. So let's just look at this and go, instead of using the filtered people, we are going to we'll do our own computed thing. Like const results equals this, and results is going to accept a query as a string. Then we will return fetch results where search value is the query. Instead of filtered people, we'll just get results. Search template, blah, 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 lots of blah, blahs. So here, so here we go, filtered people. Results. Query. Result ID, that's just, yeah. Results. Okay, so maybe the box doesn't seem to want to show it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick UL with an LI so I can understand what's going on. I'm just going to grab that, stick it on there, and we're going to have JavaScript errors because I forgot to do that. And then we're just going to have a oops in there. If anyone JavaScripty, yeah, I know, Michael. It's just so ugly. Why is this doing it to me? So if I say, let's just console log some stuff quickly. So console.log data. I'm assuming it's something to do with the there we go. Apparently we got it 3 times. Let's just refresh. I press that. It's console logging 3 times for some reason. Maybe I'm just calling it 3 times at the minute. Sounds about right. So we've got that. And on the searchy search, what we will have results. That's not displaying, so we're just going to delete that rubbish. Go away, npm. Drop that. So maybe we're just going to wrap that in that. I'm going to say index instead. Replace that with index. Value is going to be result dot title. Okay. The title, it is title. As blah blah, default string value that we pass through should be one of the above. So what is actually happening? Before, what I'm going to do instead is break out that combo boxy stuff. Let's do that. I'm not seeing anything anywhere. We're calling it a million times as well. That's just a pain. Combo box option. Headless UI. Of the combo box. So that's this thingy here. Binding objects as values, people, filtered people, 2 lowercase includes blah. So that wants to return value is a person. I don't want to look at that one. I want to look at like the view. Here we go. View. Combo box option for people in filtered people. Key is person ID, person. Awesome. That looks like how I want it to be. But the person coming back, we're going to filter it to an array of a string. So it's almost like the filtered thing wants to just return a string. That doesn't make sense to me. Fetch results. That's going to return an array. Filter that array where the discussion is a string. Now what it's going to do is it's going to return discussion. No, that's not going to be a string. I don't know. It's just ugly, isn't it? It's just what the devil is going on. Hey, filter is not a function. Perfect. So at least we got some sort of feedback. Effect results. I'm going to say effect results. It's going to give me some data. We want data. That's going to give me an object. Or an array, should I say. So when I go lar, back, we've got an array. Each object will have stuff in it. Index query result. We're going to pass that through as a template, which should allow us to show that in theory. But it's not. Like JavaScript, what are you even doing? Really? It's just combo box options. Context. Input. We've got a combo box input. Rendered, what even if it is this render 200? Focus trap, anonymous component, dialog panel, combo box. There's the input. There's the options. There. Why is this just being this? Why is that not coming out? Key, value. So anything else that I need to pass through to this combo box? Done an as template. Yes, we've got you. We've got you there. We've got you covered. Value as passing through a V slot. Disabled, not interested, no, key, bloody blah, as, value, disabled, as, export. This is just ugly. TypeScript, rubbish. If query is an empty string, then we want to say recent searches, apparently. I'm not even going to bother with that. Min width, min height, min width is 0. Nothing to do with that. Combo box options, we just don't need to do anything with. As static, unmount, hold. What's the hold part? Maybe it's something to do with that. If query, let's come down here and go. That should maybe be computed. So am I just going to be passing it around too much? Is that the problem? Right, computed query value is that. Otherwise, results. Instead of filtered people, we're going to say filtered results. Come down to here, and we're going to say in filtered results, if filtered results query expression is not callable, okay, whatever. Boom. Type setup filtered results is not a function. Okay, so I don't need to do that. And I don't need to do that. Refresh. Nothing is coming back. Okay, I'm going to call it there and think about it. Maybe hack on it. If anyone's got any ideas, feel free to PR it. I'm going to call it a day there and maybe go have a coffee, because maybe I just need coffee. I haven't had a coffee in a little while, so caffeine withdrawal is real. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, help me feel better about myself. As always, it's been a pleasure. Stay awesome, and I will catch you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.